What exactly is one bag life? This is what I want to show you in this video and explain to you how a life out of just one backpack could look like and why is it my pursuit to live life exactly like that. In addition, I will tell you everything that you need to know about me and this YouTube channel at the end of the video, so don't miss out. For all of you who are new to my channel, I'm Sven. Just a regular guy whose biggest dream and desire is to live his whole life out of just one carry-on sized backpack, and I'm an extreme minimalist with less than 150 possessions after being a minimalist for 7 years. So hit the subscribe button, like the video, and share a comment with your thoughts at the end of it, and join me on my way to a true one bag life and to see how an extreme minimalist life could look like. But let's get started. Living out of just one bag maybe sounds a little bit extreme to some of you, but technically I think every one of you who watches lived at one point or the other just out of one bag. So every one of you who went on holiday for a couple of days or a couple of weeks technically lived the life out of just one bag or one suitcase or maybe two suitcases. So you experience it all by yourself. And maybe it's the same for me, so it started like the same way it started for many of the people who pursue like a one bag life. It was on holiday when I thought maybe I can pack a little bit less or I should save some weight, and then I started becoming a minimalist. So my goal was to save as much space as I can and to have as less possessions as I possibly can, and that affected my travels and my backpacks as well. So I minimized down as much as I could. After learning and experiencing one bag for the first time, so my first travel only with a carry-on bag, I saw a lot of benefits in that. So I decided for myself, I want to try not only just living out of one backpack while I'm traveling, but I want to live my whole life and everything that regards to my life out of just one bag. And that's where my story with one bag life started. But let's take a bigger look on one bag life and what it's all about. I would say in general it's exactly what you would expect from the words one bag life. So it's living your whole life out of just one backpack or one suitcase, or I would say one container where you can put some stuff inside. It really doesn't matter about the size, it is just about one bag that fits everything that you need for your whole life. And that doesn't mean just like clothes or tech or toiletries. It means everything that doesn't belong to, I would say, a living space, like a kitchen or a bedroom, like knives and everything that can be brought from elsewhere or a hotel. But why should someone live an extreme life out of just one backpack? I would say there are many good reasons for myself why I want to pursue such a lifestyle. But I think the two most important things for most of the people that try to live a one bag life are independence and freedom. First, let's talk about independence. And I personally mean independence in the way that your possessions are holding you back. Before I was a minimalist, or I became a minimalist and now an extreme minimalist, I had a lot of things and stuff that accumulated over the years. Clothes, tech, and very unnecessary things as well. And I wasn't sure about why I had all these possessions after all. After becoming an extreme minimalist, I just realized how your possessions are holding you back, how dependent you are on your possessions. Because I realized after decluttering, I would say 90 or 95% of my stuff, that most of the things that I bought for myself are just things I maybe used once or twice and then laid down in some corner of the room and never used it again. Maybe a good example could be that you buy a big car and you need to afford the car or the maintenance of the car. So you need to earn the money to afford the maintenance of the car, which is maybe holding you back on going on holiday for, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. So you see your things can hold you back very hard. And the independence factor of one bag is that you are very independent from your belongings, from your stuff and your things, so you can do more of what you want to do. The second thing that a one bag life brings you is a lot of more freedom. First of all, you maybe think freedom of movement, and yes, for sure, a one bag life or a life living out of just one bag brings you a lot of freedom when it comes to travel, if you move your life somewhere else, so you just need maybe 10 or 15 minutes to move from one place to another. I mean, that, in my personal opinion, is one of the biggest forms of freedom. But secondly, it brings you a lot of freedom of your mind. If you know exactly what stuff you need and exactly know what purpose these things do, I think for myself it's maybe a lot of peace of mind to know if they break or if you lose them, to exactly know how to replace them. You exactly know how to use them for a specific thing or multiple specific things. And that is why I think it brings a lot of freedom and calmness to know exactly what is in your bag and doesn't, I would say, stress about that you own or that you have somewhere lying around in your house. As you can see, one bag life is exactly what it says. It's living a life out of just one backpack. For me personally, it's the ultimate way of freedom to not be held back by the stuff that I own. So I have the freedom to go anywhere I want at any point of time without thinking about the stuff I leave behind. And for me personally, the independence from things that belong to me is also a very important factor why I choose or desire and pursue a life out of just one backpack. To know everything has a purpose or multiple purposes and nothing lays around without using it that much gives me personally a very sense of independence and freedom. So now that you know what one bag life looks like and why I'm personally pursuing it, let's talk about who exactly I am and what this channel is all about. First of all, I'm Sven, just a regular normal guy with the pursuit of living a life out of just one carry-on size backpack. I'm an extreme minimalist as well, with less than 150 possessions after being a minimalist for 7 years. And at the moment I'm traveling Southeast Asia for 10 months and I'm already 5 months in, so half of the time is already done. And it's for me the perfect time to work on my one bag life, to try to find out what I really need on a trip and maybe on my life in the future as well. For everybody who is actually interested, this is not my first YouTube channel, it's actually my second. The first channel I had, I made videos about freelance photography and minimalism in general, and I will link it down in the description below if you're interested. But just to let you know, it is in my native language, so it is in German, and I will not longer post videos there because I want to focus all of my energy and my time on this YouTube channel, because one bag life is my absolute passion, and as I mentioned a lot of times before, it is my pursuit to live a life like that, and I want to take all of you along that way, so all of my time and energy will go to this YouTube channel. But as I said, I will link my old one in the description below. You can check it out if you want more stuff about minimalism in general and learn how my life looked like as I was a freelance photographer. But this channel is all about one bag life and extreme minimalism. And about this channel, as I mentioned before, will be about one bag life. I will show you my experience that I learned so far about one bag life, and I will take you along the next steps on my way so you can experience firsthand what it looks like to live a life out of just one backpack. In addition to that, I will post some videos about extreme minimalism. As I said, I am an extreme minimalist, but these won't be like the main focus of the channel. It will be some part of it, but only in regards to one bag life. But if you're interested in extreme minimalism in general, just leave a comment down below and I try to make some videos about it. But as I said, most of the videos will be about one bag life. And maybe the most important thing is that I post videos regularly every week on Friday on 5 p.m. or 17 o'clock Central Eastern Time, so you can stay tuned on my way what comes in the future. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and like, but most important, leave a comment down below on what you think about living out of just one bag. The next video will be about the bag that I use for my personal one bag life and why I think it could be the most perfect bag I've found so far. And as always, thank you so much for watching and I see you in the next video. Bye.